except where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
These are a few things that I never really thought I'd have to come out and directly say, but I'm going to say them. I thought people would actually figure this out on their own, but I don't think people have. So, these are some of the things that people will never tell you. Maybe I'll make this a video series, I don't know. A couple of things people will never tell you when it comes to martial arts lessons is, well, let me back up. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Cecil Washington. I am a part-time martial arts instructor. I am the creator of Cecil Ryu Martial Arts, a style that is primarily Taekwondo, secondarily Judo, with tertiary sprinklings of Western boxing and Kyushu Jitsu. Okay? I'm 7th degree ranked in that and in Taekwondo, 1st degree ranked in Judo, 1st degree ranked in Kyushu Jitsu. And I did an amateur boxing match when I was a reservist in the military. Marine Corps. Reserves. Now that's all out the way. If you are training in the martial arts and you are a young man, and by that I don't mean you're a teenager, although it could apply there too. But if you are a young adult male and you come into the martial arts for the first time, you are probably going to be used as target practice. Yes, that's right. It is not your imagination. If you think they're trying to knock your head off, if you think they're trying to break your arm, if you think they're trying to intimidate you, they probably are. It may not be your ego. Now, they may say it's caused by your ego because this young guy thinks he's all that. I'm going to show him a thing or two and teach him to respect his whatever. There are some people that are like that, and there are some people that will attract that to them. But there are also a lot of people who are honestly coming in there with good intentions. And if that's you, if you feel like, well, I'm coming in there with good intentions, and I feel like they're just trying to take my head off, they probably are. They're human. What can I tell you? Human beings do human things. And sometimes it's a human thing to want to abuse our positions of power. So what can you do about it? You can take your lumps until you get better. If it's really, really bad, you could just find another club to train at where you don't have to get your head taken off and where they will respect your ability and respect your level. So you're going to have to do a heart check on that. If you're not being a bully and you really don't think you're being a bully, then it's not you. Especially if you're a big guy. If you're a big guy, you could be big weight, big tall, or just very muscular. Somebody's probably going to be intimidated by you and they're going to do something to you. Look at it like this. Ask yourself if you are the type of person that they are probably training to fight against. If that's the case, then they probably are scared of you, even if it's just on a subconscious level, and they may start flailing on you. Another thing, and this applies to more people in general, when you're sparring, don't expect the person that you're working out with to follow the rules that are laid out for sparring. If your teacher says light contact, don't expect your partner to do light contact. You have the integrity to do light contact, but they may be trying to knock your head off and knock your teeth out. If your teacher says no striking, don't expect that your partner's not going to try to hit you or elbow you in the face or try to scratch you or even bite you. You may be doing mat work, you may be doing standing throws, and there should be no striking involved because you're doing a judo or Brazilian jiu-jitsu type of sparring. They may still try to kick you or elbow you because some people are just like that. Some people panic if they're being pinned by someone and they start biting. If you're doing taekwondo and karate type sparring or kung fu sparring, and your teacher says, let's not do any sweeps, let's not do any grabs, let's not do any throws because we don't have mats down and you're standing, just work on your striking technique. Don't expect them to listen. You do what you know to do and what you were told to do, but expect them to try to grab your leg, expect them to try to throw you. Move accordingly. Expect the unexpected. If your teacher says, I just want you to work on kicks, or like I do sometimes as part of the traditions I've been in, let's say you have a severe skill mismatch, or a more advanced student with a weaker student. You tell your more advanced students, kicks only. That's what we used to do. Feet only. You only use your kicks. They work on their punches and kicks. And, that way you get to model what good kicks look like. And it was assumed, especially when I was coming up, that it's easier to fight with your hands than your feet. So that's making it sort of even. Don't expect them not to punch you anyway, especially if you're quote unquote winning the sparring match. Now, this type of stuff I'm talking about, this is beyond competition. I'm not even talking about when we get to competition and people do simple stuff and cheat and do things they're not supposed to and act like it's a knockdown, drag out fight when it's just a contest. I'm talking doing regular, everyday practice. Martial arts practice, in and of itself, no matter how hard, Lord, no matter how hard I try to make it safe, and other people try to make it safe, there is still an element of danger there. And there are people who are going to bring the element of danger, whether or not you've brought it on yourself. If you kick somebody too hard because you felt like being sadistic and they hit you back, that's on you. But don't be surprised if they said we could do moderate contact or light contact or, we can go heavy now. And you're just only hitting hard because you're told you can hit hard just so people can get used to taking that kind of shock to their body. And the other person is trying to act like they're fighting for dear life. Yeah, they're going to do it. Your instructor can't be everywhere at all times to protect you. As hard as I try to protect my students from everything, you just can't. You just can't do it. So your solution is, I hate to say it, just don't trust your partner. Just don't. Unless you really know that person for a long, long time, unless you two have really become friends, do not trust him or her at all. Keep your guard up. I mean, I got stories that have happened to me. I don't want to tell other people's stories per se. There's one I will tell though. Remember, I told my daughter back in the day to pay attention. She was working with a girl that was a little violent. They supposed to be doing one-step sparring. The girl punches before she's supposed to, catches my daughter right in the throat. Girl threw the punch when my back was turned. All I did was look over here and say, I was going to go, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready, let's go. I went to do, are you ready over here? I hear the sound. Now, right before that happened, I was looking at the girl. The girl had a crazy look in her eye, and I told my daughter, please pay attention. Pay attention. And my daughter was, I'm so bored. I hate this. Why is daddy making me come to class? Then when she got hit, that's why daddy's making me come to class. Because there are some people out here who have problems, and I know no other way to say it. Some people have problems and they bring their problems to a martial arts class and they can hurt you. They could be a white belt, they could be a black belt. Doesn't matter whatever belt they are. They got problems, they're bringing them to class. You're going to have to deal with their problems. And I can't protect you from everything. It happened to me. Dude tried to take my eye out, kicking out. Not going to say who that was. And I still don't really think it was an accident. And I'm not holding a grudge. I'm just being realistic. I don't think it was an accident because he should have known better, in my opinion, with his ability. Those who know me know who I'm talking about. There's another injury I got, shoulder injury. Not too many people know about that because that was internal injury. I fixed it. It's fully functional now. But the person that did that, only a couple of people, and I mean as in like 2 or 3, people know the story and who did that one. And I'm sorry, I think he knew better. I think he was just, lack of a better term, just being human. People's egos get involved. They got to prove they're the best. Even though we're just sparring, we're just practicing. So the only solution we can do, one solution we can do that I am going to implement, as soon as I go back to class, no sparring below yellow belt. Period. But what if it's a black belt that's doing it? Can you say no sparring below 2nd degree black belt? What can you do? tell you what you can do. Don't trust your sparring partner. If I'm wrong in this internet, YouTube, give me a better solution to give the people other than don't trust your sparring partner. Another thing you can do is yoga. Stretch as much as possible so that your body has give to it. And try not to be really rigid. Try to stay as loose as possible when you're sparring. Don't be a noodle. But be like a blade of grass so that if somebody does something unexpected that you don't see, you just feel it, you automatically can go away from the pain. And at least reduce the injury. Because when you try to be hard and go, I can take it, if you really don't know how to do absorbing and redirecting, or you're trying to absorb with the wrong body part, you can only absorb if they hit a soft tissue area. You can turn down punches right here. You can kind of redirect that energy down into your spine and stuff, and it just literally just goes through and away. Okay? And that's not something I think you can necessarily train. I just think that's just a state you arrive at like Mushin. So unless you're doing that, or you can build up your body parts with muscle, so that some parts they got a lot of muscle on, and kick the muscle just go, it'll just expand a little bit, and like right here, how my forearm's jumping, it'll just jump a little bit, and then the energy just dissipates. Unless you're doing that, you're just gonna have to move away from the pain. Or if they hit you at a blind spot, you feel something, you just automatically go back, or you automatically fan it up, and before you can actually see what happened, you start moving based on assumptions. But if you got a better way other than that, and don't trust your sparring partner, let me know. If you would like to say the instructor should just throw wild people out, I actually agree with that. But sometimes we're not allowed to just throw wild people out. So, if you're critical of my argument in this video, please tell me why. And school me, educate me, I'm asking. But until then, my thing is don't trust your sparring partner. Just don't. Don't expect them to follow the rules. Because that's how human beings are. Don't trust your sparring partner. Give in your body as much as possible. Work on your reflexes. Work on not trying to go force against force, but move away from pain and injury. Okay? And, just work on your technique as much as possible. And if you got somebody in your class that's truly just a problem, complain to your instructor about it so that your instructor can do something. Because we can't save you if we don't know you need to be saved. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people like talk about the martial arts. And peace.